What's up? My name is Mr. Chipman, and I teach AP Biology, and here we are answering questions. Specifically, we're answering the 2025 FRQ, which you guys recently saw and enjoyed. Heard lots of good things actually coming out of that test. I was really surprised. My students said multiple choice, pretty rough. FRQ, they feel like they rocked the FRQ, and I feel like these FRQ questions are ones that you definitely could have rocked. Right, some of them are a little bit meh, but most of them are like, wow, that was so easy. Right, hopefully you're able to feel that way about your tests and about the questions, and you're having some confidence going into the rest of the year. But let's look at question 6, which is the last of our questions and our time together. You know what? If you enjoyed this, I do this all the time. Tell somebody you know that's going to take AP Biology next year. They can watch my videos. I have old content on Zoe and anatomy and physiology and honors biology. I teach a lot of things, or have taught a lot of things over the years. And so please check that out. Subscribe to my channel if you like this sort of thing. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot. Feel free to do that. Let's look at question 6. Here we go. I like this one. Actually, I didn't. I thought it was a little harder. The ALD gene, ALD, makes it sound like a grocery store, ALD gene of fruit flies encodes for the ALD protein, which is associated with both the centromeres of chromosomes and protein filaments produced during meiosis. In the absence of functional proteins, gamete-producing, cells enter anaphase 1 before homologous chromosomes are correctly aligned. Very important here. Very important. If you don't have any of that, then you don't do that, right? As a result, the gametes produced do not contain the correct number of chromosomes. Scientists generated 4 mutations, all of the ALD gene, ALD1, 2, 23, and DEL. Good old DEL, which was the deletion of the gene. To study the role of ALD protein in meiosis, scientists used some gamete forming. I love how gamete forming is one word. Didn't know that. Learned something today. Gamete forming metaphase cells from groups of flies from different ALD genotypes. Some of the flies were homozygous for the wild type of ALD. Big things, right? Other flies were heterozygous for different ALD genes, and you have the things there. Scientists measured the percent of metaphase cells that contained. Metaphase cells is also pretty important here, I think. And so we're going to make sure that we understand that. Contained ALD producing filaments and the amount of ALD protein produced by each one. And you have the average percent of metaphase cells that had that protein and the amount of ALD protein produced by each cell type. Thicker band indicates a greater amount of protein, right? Okay, which was like the electrophoresis. My students were like, electrophoresis, that's just not much. It's not much here. Maybe there was some in the multiple choice. I don't know. Based on figure 1A, identify the fly genotype in which the average percent of metaphase cells is close to 12. And that's going to be, like this one right here. Right, moving on. So, yeah. What else? Part C. Based on figure 1B, described the difference in the ALD protein production between gamete-forming metaphase cells of flies in these two and flies in these two. So it's these two on the ends, right? I'm drawing blue all over the place and it won't make any sense. Describe the difference. The difference is significant. That's it. Why the error bars don't. You could say there's none of this one and this one has some. Or you can just say the difference is significant, and that's enough. I think it should be enough, but yeah, it should be enough. Moving on, part C. The scientists hypothesized that gamete forming. I love how gamete forming has a hyphen here. Well, now, whatever. Gamete forming metaphase cells can produce a normal amount of ALD, even when they produce about half as much ALD protein as wild type. Use the data to support the scientists' hypothesis. So I wrote this down. This one was a little more tricksy for me. And the way that I thought about this one is, so even though this one produces about half as much of this one, they have this the same amount of metaphasal cells, which will then enter into anaphase, right? And then correctly, even though the protein is different, there's not a difference between the number of cells, and so it shouldn't then have an issue, right? It shouldn't cause that problem. And that would be just in support of that scientist's hypothesis. I feel a little weak on that answer, I'm going to be honest with you. But I feel like that is I think that works. I feel like the fact that these two are not significantly different from one another, I guess you could do the same thing here, but these are going to produce a normal amount because they have the same amount of metaphasal cells, and the metaphasal cells are they have the spindle fibers that are pushing the cells toward the middle, right, or the chromosomes toward the middle, and so that's going to be where I'm at. Part D, and I think this one was a little bit tougher too, but I think I settled on a good spot here. For gamete-forming metaphase cells of this and this, explain why the phenotypes observed in Figure 1A differ, even though the protein produced does not. And so where I landed with this one is here you have the presence of this gene, which is going to cause a certain amount of metaphase, which is then in turn going to cause a certain amount of anaphase, whereas in this other one, all del, even though it has a similar amount of protein, it does not have a similar amount of metaphase, and so then you're not going to get that. The phenotype is going to be different because the cells are not going to divide, right? They're going to, in ALD 1, they're not going to go into metaphase, and they may even do this thing here, enter into anaphase 1 before homologous chromosomes are correctly aligned. I feel a little weak on this one too, be honest with you. I looked at this one several times, and it should have been maybe one of those things that I kind of like slept on and came back to, but that's kind of where I'm settling. I don't feel real confident with this one, and I would love to hear what your thoughts on it are, because this one was a little bit more tricksy, and it could be that I'm just missing something that is inordinately simple. If that's the case, please tell me in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it and hear that you were able to deal with this question much more easily than I was. But this one kind of wrapped me up a little bit. Some of it was not difficult, but some of it was a little more tricksy. Hey, you know what? This has been 2025 FRQs. We're going to do this again next year. Looking forward to it. Thank you for watching.